All right, so this is day 3 of my daily video vlog on my job search. So just an update, had an interview yesterday for a company where I would just be doing completely remote work. That went pretty well. So I did the first interview yesterday. They were impressed by my experience, so I have a follow-up interview tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, I believe. So fingers crossed that I get that job. But today I just really wanted to talk a little bit about, should you stay with a company despite everything else, out of loyalty or whatever. And I've caught myself in this trap a couple times. And I would say that you should not stay with a company out of loyalty after everything I've learned this year. So I'm just going to drop a couple things from my experience. So about 4 years ago, I had the opportunity to leave the company that I was currently working for, and I was going to go take a teaching job. I was offered a job at a middle school. I don't even have middle school certification, but I was offered a job teaching English language arts there, and I almost took that position. And I really wish I had, because the situation would not have ended up like it did. I really hate finality and things not being on my terms, and that's how things ended up. And then I also got a teaching job, teaching in Gwinnett County, an elementary school job. I think it was teaching 5th grade back in October of 2022. I almost took that. So, I showed a lot of loyalty to that company. I ended up staying with that company. And then I got laid off in November. So where was their loyalty for me? Ultimately, a business is going to do what's right for them. And, they let me go. So I would say never have any loyalty for any company. In this particular situation, I was personal friends with the owner and knew a lot of other people that work for the company. But, loyalty maybe is not returned in the same way that I gave it. So I definitely think that just because you've been with a company for a long time and you have a lot of experience with that company, you don't necessarily, my dog's like going after another dog as we're walking down a trail, but you don't necessarily have to stay with that company. In fact, research shows that's the way not to make money, because what they do is they trap you with a salary because they don't think you're going to leave, or they don't think you're able to leave. And they're like, this is what you're getting paid, and then you'll never get a raise. So it's kind of position I think I was probably in at that point. So just know yourself. Don't be loyal to the companies that you work for. If you feel like you need to jump the gun and you need to leave and go somewhere else, do it. Don't stay because you like the people. Don't stay because you have personal relationships with people. Those are the only reasons. Those are the wrong reasons to stay. You should stay if you really like the job, which I did like the job. But, I also felt like I could have done better somewhere else and could have made more money somewhere else. And now this economy is, falling apart, and my life is in shambles, and the job market's not good. It's really woken me up to some things and just have a different way of looking at things in general. So if you're showing loyalty to a company, that's fine. But ask yourself, would they show that same loyalty to you when it comes down to everything else? Thanks for your time today, and y'all have a great day.